Hi guys, my name's Emma and let's talk spooky stuff. So when I say iconic death scene in horror, what do you guys think of? Pause this video right now and write down below what you think the most iconic death scene in a horror movie is. So today I'm going to count down what is the most iconic and memorable death scenes in horror in my eyes, starting from 10 and going to 1, and let's get into it. P.S. if I hadn't made it clear, prepare for spoilers. Number 10, Enemies Closer. So in Descent, the first one, a girl is running around a cave with an ice pick, and what do you think is going to happen? This is everyone's worst nightmare, killing their best friend by mistake. In this one, Beth takes an ice pick to the neck from her best friend Juno after mistaking her for a crawler. Number 9, Death by Suntanning Bed. Okay, this one was hard because in Final Destination there are many deaths and many memorable deaths. You could go with the nail gun, you could go with the glass pail that impales that guy and just splats him on the floor when he's chasing those pigeons. But I don't think anything is quite close to getting into a tanning bed and being locked in there and your skin melting off your body. Number 8, this one I like to call Paul Hilton. Nothing against Paris Hilton, but this made the remake. Even though it was a loosely based remake on the original House of Wax with Vincent Price, praise him, this totally made it. The pole going through her, have you seen that gif? It's amazing. I love this, and this movie wasn't the greatest. If you're gonna take anything away from it, at least you got this scene, right? Number 7, Jaws opening scene. This one I love because it's kind of got a like comedic value to it. So she's running down the beach and the music and just the whole atmosphere of it. She's going skinny dipping with her boyfriend, she's drunk, he passes out on the beach. She thinks that he's play fighting and, you know, tugging at her legs. Little does she know, before it's too late, she's pulled under and is the first casualty for the movie. I totally recommend you guys revisiting this scene. I'll try and find it and put it here. And just with the music and everything, it's amazing. It's a piece of art. Number 6, Accidental Massacre. This is on Ghost Ship when they're all dancing and this steel wire snaps and goes through the whole dance floor and everyone's body just slides apart slowly. It's completely mortifying and brutal in every sense of the word. Number 5, It's All For You, Damien. This one is from the original Omen, and what gets more brutal than someone committing suicide in front of a kid's birthday party? You guys know this scene. I know you guys all love this movie as well. It really shows the power Damien has over everybody, and including his nanny who jumps off the roof. It's just terrifying, and it's something you aren't really expecting when you watch the movie for the first time. Number 4, Bloodbath on Elm Street. This is Glenn, played by Johnny Depp, on Nightmare on Elm Street's famous death. Nancy's love interest falls asleep, is pulled through a sinkhole almost into the middle of his bed, and is sprayed all over the ceiling. It is amazing, and you can tell that it's obviously just a flipped set, but it's still just amazing imagery, and it's just a lot of blood. I truly believe this scene sets up the whole series and shows that Freddy Krueger means business. Okay, number 3, Jesus Wept. This one is what I think of personally when I think of death scenes in horror movies. You cannot get any creepier and any more brutal than this. This is my top. The next 2 are more iconic, but this one, oh my gosh, it will forever stay in my mind. So in Hellraiser, after Frank summons the Cenobite, by solving the puzzle, they turn his house into a personal hell, which ends with him being caught by their chains and hooks, pulled his face like, oh, you know what it is, like this, and he says, Jesus wept, and they pull him apart. You know from that moment, Pinhead is someone you do not want in your house. Number 2, Chestburster. You know I've got to include this. One of the many jump out of your chair scenes in the first Alien is when the crew are sitting around a table enjoying dinner and having some light banter, and Kane starts to choke. Then he starts to have a fit. Then he turns and he lays on his back on the table, and out pops an alien, and it is terrifying. There is this rumor that the actors did not know this was gonna happen, which is kind of partly true. They knew it was gonna happen, but they didn't know to what extent it was gonna happen and what the alien would look like. So it was kind of terrifying for them too. There's so many articles about this scene and breakdowns of everything you can think about. Just looking up Chestburster in a Google search will get you millions of results. Okay, drumroll please. Number 1 is the Psycho shower scene. Of course, come on, of course. So one of the most famous scenes in one of Hitchcock's most famous films is the scene when the main character gets killed off in the first act. No one saw this coming and it was a huge deal in the 60s. This scene shook horror and film to its very core. This is the only scene out of all of the ones I've listed today which you don't know who the killer is until the very end of the movie. Okay guys, that's it. I hope you liked this video and I'm really curious to see if I name any movie that you named in the comments down below. Any other horror death that you think should be on this list, leave it down below. I love to hear from you guys. Once again, check out my Facebook, Instagram, all that jazz. Send me a comment, send me a message, let me know what you're watching. I love to hear from you guys. And stay spooky and I'll see you guys later. Bye. About sexually transmitted curse. Apparently, even if you wrap your junk, you're still gonna get it. That's from what the director said. So just keep that in mind next time you have sex with a random.